So with the Galaxy S26 Ultra, Samsung is bringing back a feature we thought was gone for good. Plus there are 3 more updates about the phone, so let's get into it. What's up guys, Sal here. So Samsung has been on a removal spree for years now. MicroSD cards, IR blaster, headphone jack, and even chargers from the box. And yeah, we all know who they're taking inspiration from. But unlike Apple, Samsung actually listens. Sometimes. Remember the microSD card slot? They axed that with the Galaxy S6, got roasted for it, then brought it back with the S7, only to ditch it again the very next year. Classic Samsung. So what's making it come back with the S26 Ultra, you ask? Well, say hello to variable camera aperture. Samsung first introduced this with the Galaxy S9 back in 2018, but it was pretty basic. You could switch between 2 camera settings depending on the lighting. Cool at the time, but nothing crazy. Fast forward to now, and Samsung is taking things to the next level with the S26 Ultra. Instead of just 2 preset scopes, the aperture will adjust smoothly, just like a real camera. If you're wondering why this matters, think of the camera lens like your eyes on a bright day. When it's super sunny, you squint or wear sunglasses to block excess light. In low light, you open your eyes wider to see better. The variable aperture does the same thing for your phone's camera. It adjusts how much light gets in so your photos and videos don't look too bright or too dark. Most phone cameras struggle when there is too much light, like on a sunny day. To fix that, they usually increase the shutter speed, but that can make videos look weird and jittery. Real cameras don't have this problem because they can control how much light enters smoothly. The same applies for low light conditions. Xiaomi already did this with the Xiaomi 14 Ultra, and it made a big difference, especially for videos. Now Samsung is doing the same, which means better looking footage, smoother lighting adjustments, and a more professional feel to your phone's camera. Apart from controlling the light, you can also control the depth of field. Sure, portrait mode already does that, but that's just software. This is the real deal. You also get better control over focus by adjusting the aperture. A narrower aperture lets you get closer to a subset before it goes out of focus, which is a big deal for a smartphone camera. If you're the type to just point and shoot, this might not seem like much, but for those who love manual controls, this is a game changer, especially when paired with that 200 megapixel main camera. Now speaking of bringing features back, Samsung actually took a step backward with the S Pen on the S25 Ultra by removing its Bluetooth functionality. There's no word yet on whether Samsung plans to bring it back with the S26 Ultra next year, but when they first downgraded it, many of us were worried they might be considering ditching the S Pen entirely. That downgrade felt like the beginning of the end. Fortunately, that's not the case, at least for now. In an interview, Samsung's Vice President of Product Marketing confirmed that the S Pen is here to stay. So while we don't know if the Bluetooth features are making a comeback, we can be sure the S26 Ultra will still include the stylus. Moving on, South Korean reports suggest the S26 Ultra will feature a brand new OLED panel with COE technology. Without getting too technical, this upgrade means higher screen brightness and better power efficiency. That means we're likely looking at a brightness level exceeding 3000 nits, all while improving battery life since the new display consumes less power. And that's not all. The S26 Ultra is set to bring some major upgrades beyond what I've already mentioned, like a massive improvement to the telephoto camera, a significantly better battery, and more. I break down all the details in this video, so click here to watch, and I'll see you there.